G'day and welcome to another video. In today's video you are going to crochet with me and I'm going to show you my current project that I'm working on, which I'm having so much fun with and I really don't want it to end. Have you ever had a project like that where you're having fun and you think, oh, when this ends, then what? Do you make another one? I think I'm just going to not start another one immediately, but I'll definitely start another blanket. So I am making a granny style, I'm making a granny square blanket. And instead of making like lots of little granny squares and stitching them all together or sewing them all together, I am just making one giant granny square blanket. And I know that I will not be able, whoops, hang on, just gotta make sure I'm undoing my stitches there. I know I won't be able to fit this whole thing in this video. I'll see if I can get a photo, and put it on the screen so you can see more of this blanket. It's quite big. When I'm standing up, it goes from my chin down to my knees. So I don't know how big that is, but that's how big it is. This blanket is very special. And this blanket I am making for my niece. My niece is now 6 years old. And I have been making this blanket for almost 6 years. You might think, a blanket that you're making for 6 years? I know there's someone out there that has a blanket that has been on the go longer than that. Mine has a very good reason. Well, I think it does. When my niece was born, I crocheted and knitted a few items as well for her. When she was a baby, I knitted a couple of hats and a little vest. I made a jumper, crochet, I made a little dress. I know there's more projects. I'm gonna have a look through my Ravelry because that will tell me what I've made. And I might even have photos on there as well. I'm gonna hold this blanket up. The very center color, which is just here, that was a little dress that I crocheted, and then my sister gave it back to me and I unraveled it and put it into her blanket. My sister didn't know I was doing this. She thought I was just unraveling, someone going past? Unraveling the yarn and making a new project. My sister only found out when we went on our UK trip, which was May of this year, 2024, in case you're watching at a different time. And I showed her what it was and she was like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. So that one there was her dress. The purple one here was a little vest that I knitted for her. She didn't wear that very much because she grew so quick, you know, like babies do. She just grew so quick that she didn't wear that very much. There is a cream yarn that you'll see there. Is it just there? Yes. I'm pretty sure that was a hat. Could have been a dress. I can't remember. I'm going to look at my Ravelry to have a look. What else we got? This bright yellow here, that was a pair of knitted mittens that I made her when she was, I don't know, maybe 1. She wasn't very old when I made those. And then I've used the yarn throughout the blanket. So you can see a colour scheme there. I've just used up what I had for the projects, and I've used, sorry, fluff. I have used bits of the yarns from her projects, and I've actually used them in projects for myself too, so I have the memory as well. So you'll see this yellow round here. That is where I was up to when I went to England. So you can see the middle, and then I was up to here. So it wasn't very big. It was probably big enough for my niece just to put on a lap, but quite small, just to keep her knees warm. But my idea was to take this to England and for my niece to purchase some yarn, well, not her, me, purchase some yarn, her choice, and then we would put them into the blanket. Actually, from this purple row, roughly, that's where we met up in England, and because we went on a holiday together, my family, and there'll be another video for that. I'll put a link up. Is it there or is it there? It'll come up on the screen for the UK trip video. And as you'll see, is her colour choices were different to the colour choices that we had from when she was a newborn. So these lovely, lovely bright colours. This one, this first dark pink row, that's actually a rainbow yarn, which I will show you. Oh, I've got it here. This is West Yorkshire Spinners Colour Lab 100% British wool DK. Uses a 4mm crochet hook or knitting needle. So that is that, and isn't it just amazing? Look at those colours. So we picked that one out. That's amazing. And then we picked, this was, oh, my hair gets everywhere. This is also Colour Lab DK, West Yorkshire Spinners. These were just obviously on a shelf together, and I'm like, they are going to work well together. But it's lovely. And then in the same shop, we got this one. They're a bit falling apart because we've used them, and my niece has helped me with it. And she was a very good helper. We would be sitting there at night time and I'd be crocheting and she would be pulling the yarn out and saying, do you need any more, Auntie Claire? Yep. And she'd pull some more out. And then at one stage it was like Mission Impossible in the Airbnb that we're staying in, because there was yarn going every which way direction and you had to like step over it and it was like a booby trap. So those three, these were purchased in York. If I can remember the name of the shop, it was this cute tiny shop that had amazing yarn and lots of buttons. I think the name was something to do with buttons. I'll put it on the screen anyway. So that's what we purchased in York. I must have got 2 of those rainbow ones. I don't remember doing that, but apparently we did. Oh, so that was the only 100% wool that I could find, because I say this on my UK trip video that most yarn shops, they were all acrylic or a mix of acrylic and wool. They said, I asked, why don't you have any 100% wool? And they said because people won't buy it. People won't spend the money. So I don't know if it was the area that the shop was in or if that was just the thing across England. I don't know, but the people that I did ask, that's what they told me. This is called 4 Seasons Pure Wool, 100% Australia. Oh, that one's attached to the book, to the actual blanket. 100% wool, and it's 50 grams. This is a Spotlight brand yarn, and Spotlight is like Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, that kind of crafty store that has fabric and all the things, all the yarns and that. And in England, I think it's called Hobby Craft. Can someone let me know if you're English? Let me know that. I did visit one, but I just cannot remember the name. And I grabbed a couple of colours. You can see that I've already put the green in. Got those colours. I'm sure I got a couple of other colours. Maybe they're already in the blanket. And also too, if you saw my crochet with my friend Di, and she taught me how to do the corner to corner and had that beautiful copper, that was one of these two. But I didn't think it would look good in this blanket because at the moment we're using such bright colours. I thought that these would go better. So I've got that to add. And I've also put most of this ball in. This is 4 Seasons Pure Wool and it's called Entwine. It's an 8-ply cake, was an 8-ply cake. 100% Australian wool, 100 grams. Recommends a 4mm needle. And you'll see the colours there. That was basically, I think, pretty much the colours throughout the ball, and it just changed as it went along. So that one is 3 rows back. It's this pinky colour there. But as you go around, like you'll see this pink row and that purpley blue row, they're the same ball. I didn't actually change colour each round because Bonnie was very excited. She'd say, have you finished that round yet? And I'd say, no, still going. She's like, oh, we get to pick a new colour. So I was just having a look. It looks like we have changed colour every round. But on these sort of rows from about there, I've done those here at my house. And she hasn't been here. She lives 3 hours away from us, roughly. So I've just chose the colours. So don't tell her. She may watch this video though. And if you are, hi Bonnie. These 2 rows are the same ball, but they're different colours, so I thought it wouldn't matter. So that is so cool. So that is my story about my blanket. And this is all 100% wool. Most of that is hand-dyed yarn. I'm just having a look to see if I've actually hand-dyed any of the yarn. There's only one I can see that stands out. This one here with the pops of hot pink through it. Just here. That is one of my hand-dyed yarns. The rest, I think, and especially the last lot, they're all just shop bought. But the ones at the start, they're all hand-dyed from someone or another. Somewhere or another. I don't think my crochet hook is in here. What is going on? Oh, there it is, buried under all the yarn. Got this, that's one of my hand-dyed ones I did years ago. Got a little bit of that left from a project. I can't remember what I made from it. So that will probably get put in there as well. So I'm seeing my niece. Today is Friday. And not that it matters to you, but I'm seeing my niece on Monday next week. School holidays, so going up to spend some time up there. So it'll be fun. And she's like, have you finished my blanket, Auntie Claire? And I showed her where I was up to, and she was very, very excited to have a look. She couldn't believe how big it had gotten since we had parted ways in England. But I'm very excited. This blanket is absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know, I think I love it even more because I'm making it for Bonnie. I just love that kid to death. She's so funny. She's absolutely beautiful. And totally knit and crochet worthy. Last time, I don't know, it was the last time I went up there. Might have been the time before. I had crocheted a chicken. Because we live so far away, we talk on video chat. And she said to me one day, Auntie Claire, do you know how to crochet chickens? And I thought, no, but we can try. We can give it a go and see what happens. And I made a chicken. I don't know if I've got any photos of the chicken. It's called Fairy Godmother because it's got all different colours in it, mostly rainbow colours. She's called it Fairy Godmother, and it's so cute. Let me know if you would like the chicken pattern. It's super easy to make. If you can make a hat, you can make this chicken. Let me know if you would like for me to make a video tutorial on that. Comment chicken or give me your best chicken emojis. I'm sure there's some chicken emojis. There seems to be emojis for everything. Alright. You can't see, but I've actually got my phone set up here, and it will be put into the video. I'm hoping that was recording before. My phone just went blank, so I'm wondering if it was actually recording. Or if it was just sitting there and not doing anything. Luckily, this one is on record because I can see it on the viewfinder that's on the side of it. So what are you working on at the moment? What is on your crochet hook? And also too, I've read a lot recently in various different crochet groups and various, just talking to various people who are my friends who crochet, that they've lost their crojo. And what do you do to get your crojo back? I suggested a small pattern, say, I don't know, like a face washer or a face wipe or a hat or something like that. Just a small project that just gets you back in the mood to crochet. Sorry, it's all falling off my lap. It's lovely and warm. Yeah, so what do you do to get your crojo back? I would love to know. I lost my crojo when Mum passed away, so that was, I think, 9 years in September this year. Can you believe it? If you've been around for that long, that's insane. As you would, didn't want to crochet. But I knitted like a crazy lady. I think because I knew how to knit when I was little, but I kind of, like relearnt how to knit when Mum was sick, because when I crochet I don't have to think, so I can have things creep into my head, if you know what I mean. So when I did my knitting, I had to concentrate, and that just blocked out everything. When I did my knitting and tried different patterns, I found that nothing. I just thought of what I was, fluff. Just thought about what I was doing in the moment, so it helped a lot. So I crocheted, I think, about 50 scarves, triangles. Basically they were shawls, but I wear them as a scarf. I've got so many of them, given some away. And then it probably took me, I don't actually know, but I would say 6 months to a year to get my crojo back. Just didn't feel like doing it. But ever since that's the only thing that made me lost my crojo. I don't know why, because I don't crochet a lot. You would think, most people think, especially my friends, that I'd just sit home and crochet all day. I wish. So obviously when I'm active on YouTube, crochet is the smallest part of my job. Depends how big the project is. If it's a really big project like a blanket, that's been like 3-4 months in the making. That's just sort of been on the side. Where if it's a crochet hat, I'm looking there because it's a crochet hat sitting there. If it's a crochet hat, it's really quick to do. What do you do to get your crojo back? I would love to know, and I know other people would love to know that as well. I want to thank you for watching this video, because my camera's telling me I have 2 minutes left to talk. I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm going to crochet some more on this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crochet.